All right, guys, we got a GE top load here. Now I'm going to put it in drain and spin. Now the problem is, you'll see it, so we're hoping we're dealing with a bad drain pump. All right, take a look. Lid locks. It should start to spin or rotate. So what we're going to do, we're going to tip the machine back, get our meter, set it to volts AC. We're going to check for power going to the pump wire. All right, for this test, you do have to leave the machine on, also plugged in. Right now it's still in drain and spin. Nothing is happening because obviously the pump hasn't turned on, but we want to make sure that the motor is going to turn. All right, so let's check for power and then we'll get back up top. Yep, I can hear the pump. I can feel it. It's vibrating. So we know we have power. Now it's not good to let it do that for too long. So we're going to pause it because I know we have power. Take a look. 3/8, 3/8, all three, and get this down. While you're here, check your belt, make sure it's nice and tight. If there's anything, you want to pull all these things out because they will get in the way. All right, our pump wire is right here, so we don't need to take it off, but you always do when you're under here. All right. All right, so we're going to check for voltage. Get your meter, volts AC. Now this is your circulation pump. This is your drain pump. Now if you feel it, it's going to be hot, okay? Super hot when you touch it, when something is caught in it. So this could just be a clog, but a lot of times when they get clogged, they're no good. All right, they're damaged and you want to be careful. Use a recirculating pump. That's all that is. Volts AC. Drain pump, recirculating pump. Line that goes up, recirculates. This one goes to the drain. That's the one you're checking, all right? There it is, goes out back. All right, let's check for voltage. Put the machine back in drain and spin. If the board is working correctly, you should get 120 right there. All right, voltage is good. First thing you do, you can check the pump. Verify that it is just clogged. Unstuck anything that's caught in there. Still not working, you'd replace the pump. All right, but again, a lot of times when something is caught in the pump, it does get damaged. So you gotta be really careful. If there's water, you need to drain first. Right now we're at the back, so most of the water is gonna be back here. If yours isn't, drain it first. Put something underneath, otherwise you're gonna have a mess. Now here's the trick. If you're not sure how much water is in this thing, don't just yank it. Remove it very slowly. And then if not, you can also stick it back up. See, we got a little bit of water. So I'm gonna get a towel from the customer and we'll put a towel down. So just so you don't make a mess. screw back in, bolt back in, whatever. Alright, let's get a towel. Alright, our towel down. Alright, so if you find yourself in this situation, make sure you have something underneath to catch the water. Always use maybe a catch, whatever, to catch the water just in case. Now, you're able to set your machine down if you don't have the pump and you need to get your clothes done. Use the drain hose, set it down, and lay it down flat and empty your machine. And keep doing that until the entire water is out of the washer. Now, once all the water's out, get something and set the hose in it and turn your washer on. The washer will still spin once all the water is out. You'll just have to make sure you keep the drain hose in something that as the water or as the washer spins, the water is gravity is pulling it out. So that will help you to get by. Now, the only drawback to that is if the pump is in fact damaged, you need to disconnect the wire, or you need to make sure that the pump is not going to damage the board. That's the only drawback to that. Make sure that you check the mating surface between the pump assembly and the washer. A lot of times you'll have debris, could be sand or whatever. Just make sure you wipe that nice and clean so you have a good clean mating surface. Also, get the clamp back in the same position if possible. Try to be, I wouldn't say cheap, because if a person's trying to save some money, they're not cheap. They're just trying to save some money. We don't know their situation. But, you know, yeah. Uh-huh. You're like, it's done right too, because you know what? You can see some lint on the right side of the motor cover or the guard. All that was cleaned. So make sure you check yours as well. That's the sound you missed. So the reason why it wouldn't spin, to give you an idea, so you have a pressure switch that tells the machine that it can't spin until the pressure is released from the transducer, which is a sensor on the board. The washer will not spin with a full load. It will damage things. So once the pressure has been released or reduced to spinning, like right now, it's making sure all the water's gone. Then the shift actuator will move into spin and the drum will start to rotate. Well, the pump was bad.
Oh, you
Yeah.
put in a new pump.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I changed the pump. Your pump's over there. Yeah, I checked for obstruction. Nothing was in there. All right. We'll let it continue to spin out.